Hi, Greg here with Nihon Lounge, and on today's video, I'm going to be taking the JLPT 5 practice exam. There's probably a variety of websites that do this, but that's what I'm going to do today, and I want to talk to you about the results. So the first clip you're going to see, I actually just used my phone to record the screen. I'm a little bit old school like that. I probably should have just used a screen recorder, but I took my phone and just recorded the website and kind of where the exam was and what it looked like. And then in the second clip, these are short clips, you'll see the results that I got from doing the exam. Again, for those that don't know me, I lived in Japan a long time ago, about 25 years ago. Been trying to keep up on it lately the best that I can and been studying. And I assume I can pass the JLPT 5 and maybe even the 4 without doing that. But I wanted to kind of go on a journey and show you guys what it's like to, take the JLPT 5 and let you know from someone who used to know Japanese really well, and maybe my skills aren't so great anymore given how long it's been since I lived in Japan. I wanted to just go. I want to go take the test this year. That's my goal. Okay. So with that being said, I found this site that has some practice exams. Again, I've been doing Duolingo and doing some side studying on my own, but I wanted to see how good I could do. And I did pretty good at some things and not so good in others. So let's roll these two clips, and then we'll come back after. All right. One of the things I wanted to do was I was looking for websites that had some practice N5 tests as I go on this journey to take the N5 exam later this year. And I've never done this pre-test to just kind of test yourself. This is on a website called Japanese.todainews.com. So I'm going to take this test. Looks like there's 80 questions. I don't know, 105 minutes long. So let's take this test and we'll see how I do. I'm not going to Google or do anything else, just see kind of what I know currently. So this is my first time doing one of these exams. I assume they are accurate to the style. It did take me a few minutes to just kind of understand the format is a little bit different. And there's still a few things in here that I'm not perfect. So there's some stuff, definitely down here at the listening, I don't think was as bad. I guess we'll see. Some of the stuff down here in the grammar was a little bit different. This one in particular, I got 20 minutes left where I could sit here and do this, but it's just a practice test. There are a couple kanji. Again, I'm still trying to go through this myself. So a couple kanji that I wasn't quite sure on one or two of them. And the listening wasn't terrible. Again, the format was just a little bit awkward. So I could sit here and do this for 20 more minutes and review. And if I was going to review, I'd probably review more of the grammar side. But we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Submit exam. Submit. I don't know how fast this is. Okay, so test result. 72.2%. I don't know what it says I passed, but I'm not happy with that. I'd like 100%. But again, there's a few things that were just a little bit off with how they wrote it and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go review these and see what I missed. There was a couple that I guessed on, and I don't know, it looks like all the sections I did about the same though, huh? Yeah. Anyway, let me know if you guys have ever done a practice test like this. I'd be curious. Okay, so I did some more research. It's been a few days since I took the exam, and now that I'm recording this video, I did some research on the score that I got, because it said I got a 130 out of 180. You could tell with some of the grammar, and again, some of the formatting was a little weird, which has been part of the reason I've been nervous to go take the JLPT, right? I live in Idaho, so I'm going to probably have to travel to either Seattle or to Boulder, Colorado, if I get signed up in time and, and the spots aren't all taken. I'm going to have to drive all the way down there and take the exam. And I've never been good at test taking, and the formatting of tests can just be so weird and different everywhere. And there was a few things on this exam in particular that even afterward, I was like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to answer this. And there was even one section. And look, on a real exam, I probably would have taken 20 more minutes. I had time left over. I would have probably sat and went through some of the stuff. I didn't quite understand what they were doing. Some of the sentences in the grammar portion, I didn't understand what they wanted me to pick. Like, it was really weird the way that it was formatted. And maybe I just didn't read the question enough to understand the example or whatever. So for the most part, I was happy with the results. The typical score is about 80. And from what I've read, the JLPT 5, 80 is passing. And a lot of the people who take it just get above that mark. So I got 130. Could I probably take the JLPT 4 and pass? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But right now, I wanted to just show you guys that, look, it's okay. You take the practice, some exam like this or similar, and from what I understand, this is a similar formatting to the actual test. Take the practice exam, take a couple of them until you feel confident you're doing well, and figure out which areas I need to brush up on my grammar a little bit, obviously for my score, to feel 100% confident going into the exam that I'm going to pass. So you guys can do it. I believe in you, and it takes a little bit of hard work and some studying and a little bit of practice, and you can get there. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. God bless.